Gone are the days where Zionists can twist Romans 11 to fit a Zionist agenda. They can no longer go like this and expect for you to blindly believe their narrative, because we could read it for ourselves. They'll often quote Romans 11 verse 1 that says, "What then? Hath God cast away his people? God forbid." Misinterpreting this to mean that God hasn't cast away Israel, even though verse 15 literally says that he cast away Israel in order to reconcile the world. They also completely ignore context. When the Apostle Paul says, "my people" in verse 1, he identifies who they are in Romans 9:25 when it says, "I will call them my people, which were not my people, and her beloved, which was not beloved," referring to Gentile believers.
It's kind of ironic that this guy's handle, Wild Olive Tree, actually comes from this chapter that he is misrepresenting tremendously. Paul actually defines who he's talking about in the same verse. I say then, God has not rejected his people, has he? May it never be. For I too am an Israelite. That's who he's talking about.
Or verse 2 that says that Elijah made intercessions to God against Israel.
In verse 4, he says, I have kept for myself 7,000 men who did not bend the knee to Baal. Meaning, there's a remnant. Not all of Israel is Israel, as the Bible has stated so many times.
They ignore verse 28 that says that Israel are the enemies of the gospel of Christ.
Again, Israel numerous times have been the enemies of God. Over and over and over and over and over again, what does the name Israel even mean? But still there is a remnant. The apostles are some of them.
Desperate attempt to salvage their false doctrine, they'll quote Romans 25-26 that asserts that in the end times all Israel shall be saved.
Again, this is a mischaracterization. For I do not want you, brethren, to be uninformed of this mystery, so that you will not be wise in your own estimation, that a partial hardening has happened to Israel until the fullness of the Gentiles has come, so all Israel will be saved, just as it is written, the deliverer will come from Zion, and he will remove ungodliness from Jacob. This is important, and Paul chooses his words very carefully here. There's a partial hardening. Some of them will get it, and this is why Paul says there's no distinction between Jew or Greek. Furthermore, he makes the distinction that he will remove ungodliness from Jacob because they are the children of Jacob and we are the children of Abraham. It is important to not mischaracterize ideas, wrong as they may be, so that your refutation of those ideas is not thrown out entirely for being disingenuous. See Romans 10:2.